Good evening, YouTube. This is another amateur video from the 18-wheeler. This is my first one, so please bear with me. I am Kilowatt 9 Quebec Charlie Alpha K9 QCA in the 18-wheeler mobile. My current QTH is in the state of Iowa, US 218 South, just outside of Mason City, Iowa, headed back toward the Quad Cities of Raleigh, Rock Island. This is August 13th, 2017, and the time is 16:40 hours. In this video, I would like to discuss my experience going from DStar into DMR. So I was originally on DStar for a little over a year, and I was using the ICOM ID51 Alpha handheld transceiver with a Raspberry Pi 3, and one of the easiest DStar images that I have ever put on the SD card. I don't know the name of the image. DStar Commander was the image that I put on my Raspberry Pi. Yes, DStar Commander. I found that DStar Commander is one of the easiest and self-explanatory images that you can put on the Raspberry Pi, and I really like it. And then I also have the ICOM 7100 all mode HF 2 m 440 DStar all-in-one radio, which is the 7100 in my pickup truck. So I originally had got into DMR 2 days ago, and my DMR setup that I'm currently using right now is I acquired the Titera TYT MD380 handheld transceiver, along with the RF Shark open spot, along with a TP-Link WR802 nano router. And the nice thing about that TP-Link router that I'm using is that it's about the size of a pack of cigarettes, and it fits perfectly on top of my open spot. And since it has built-in Wi-Fi, I finally have got it paired with my iPhone 7, and I will get to that in a little bit. I'll explain about my iPhone 7 and the open spot along with the TP-Link. So I haven't really compared the DMR side versus DStar, and I know other ham operators, they have their input and opinions versus DStar and DMR. So I really can't say what the audio side of DStar versus DMR is going to be side by side. Now I can tell you, with me being on DMR within the last 2 days, with me using a Heil headset on the TYT handheld, so far audio quality, personally myself, I think audio so far at DMR is pretty good. I think it doesn't have, the audio does not have no tinty sound to it. The audio seems to be crystal clear. It kind of sounds like I'm standing in front of somebody having a conversation is what it sounds like. And it doesn't really sound like it has a robotic sound to it. I really think that the audio quality on DMR is really good. Maybe that's just the sound coming out of my handheld TYT radio, so I don't know what the audio is going to sound like versus a Motorola handheld or another TYT radio, so I really can't say. So that's my experience so far, and I've talked to a lot of great people so far on DMR. I've made a couple of contacts so far. I work third shift, so I'm a night driver, so driving at nighttime, I'm still able to find somebody to talk to on the DMR network. So I'll explain the iPhone setup into the TP-Link. So the last Hamfest that I attended, they were doing a DMR scenario, and I was telling them that I had bought an open spot, and I have the TYT radio, and I was telling them that I was having problems getting my iPhone to connect into the TP-Link router. And the ham operators told me that I'm going to experience that problem just because it's an iPhone. And I really don't have an explanation why, but they were saying that the iPhone was having problems connecting back and forth into the TP-Link. So they told me that the Android phones seem to work a lot better, and you can connect your mobile hotspot off of the Android into the TP-Link. So it took me about maybe a good 2 days to try to get my iPhone to get paired, to get the TP-Link to connect to find my cell phone, basically my iPhone. And this is what I was doing wrong. So when you first buy the TP-Link, what you need to do is you need to access the TP-Link's configuration. And in order to do that, you can access the TP-Link's configuration either off of your cell phone, tablet, or laptop computer. And I was accessing the TP-Link through my cell phone, so the TP-Link has its own Wi-Fi. So I went into my cell phone, and the iPhone 7 is what I have. I went into my Wi-Fi settings, turned on the TP-Link, was looking for a range of Wi-Fi networks. I found the TP-Link, I connected into it, got on Safari on my cell phone, on the iPhone, and in order to get into the TP-Link's configuration, the TP-Link gives you an IP address, and every TP-Link that is sold, it has its own IP address, I think. Maybe it's the same. I'm not too sure. I would have to go back and find out. So anyway, you type in the TP-Link's IP address into the website box, and I did that on my cell phone. I typed in the IP address, got into the configuration, and what you need to do is, in order to have your cell phone's hotspot communicate into the TP-Link, you need to go into the quick setup menu on the TP-Link, and you go into the quick setup, and once you go into the quick setup, the TP-Link is going to give you 3 or 4 options. You're going to have default, hotspot, client, and advisory mode. Now, out of those 4 in the TP-Link configuration, I found from reading a lot of online amateur blogs and Facebook, and then I also spoke with the amateurs at the Hamfest that I attended. So in order to get the iPhone 7 hotspot, in order to get that to communicate via your TP-Link, this is what you need to do. On that configuration setup, you want to click on hotspot. It's going to be the second little box that you need to highlight. So you're going to connect and click on the hotspot. Once you do that, it's going to bring you to another page in the configuration. And the next page of the configuration is pretty much going to give you the option to search wireless networks throughout your wireless router. And once you do that, you should be able to find the network that you want to connect your TP-Link to. Now, this was the problem that I was having. Since I had the TP-Link connected to my cell phone, that is the reason why I couldn't find my cell phone's hotspot in the configuration of the TP-Link, is because I was using my cell phone. Now, I did this a couple of times. I've even refreshed the configuration. I've refreshed I turned on the Wi-Fi on and off on my cell phone, and I still wasn't able to access my cell phone's hotspot in the TP-Link's configuration page. So I think the reason is because I had my cell phone, I had the cell phone's hotspot turned on, and I was connected to the TP-Link's Wi-Fi on my cell phone along with my hotspot being turned on. So I think that's why I wasn't able to get it to show up in the menu. So this is what I did. I turned off my cell phone's hotspot. I unplugged the TP-Link. I got on my laptop, plugged the TP-Link back in, and once I got on my laptop, I clicked on the TP-Link's Wi-Fi on my laptop. So in your laptop, when you click on your Wi-Fi, it's going to bring up your Wi-Fi networks surrounding your laptop. So once your TP-Link is turned on, TP-Link network is going to be showing up on your laptop. So I clicked on it, and you got to put in the password. And password to get into the TP-Link. And this is all TP-Links that are sold out there. The password accessing the configuration is admin Alpha Delta Mike India Nancy. And once you get into the configuration, once I did that on my laptop, I turned on my cell phone's hotspot, and I refreshed my Wi-Fi on my computer. Went into the hotspot mode in the quick setup of the TP-Link, searched Wi-Fi networks within the TP-Link, and my iPhone came up in the search bar. So I was able to configure my cell phone through my laptop, clicked on it, and I was able to save my TP-Link settings and have my phone's hotspot saved into my TP-Link. So ever since then, I've had no problems bringing my OpenSpot with me mobile, whether it's in the tractor or in my personal vehicle. I've had no problems getting into the DMR network via my iPhone 7 hotspot into my open spot. So if anybody is watching this and they are having any problems with their iPhone, whether it's the iPhone 6 or the 7, I found that's the best way to get your cell phone to get connected into your TP-Link, is to make sure that you do your configuration off of your personal laptop or home computer. And then once you do that, you should be able to find your cell phone's information in the TP-Link's configuration on your laptop. So I hope that's helpful. And like I said before, this is my first YouTube video on amateur radio, and in the near future I do plan on hopefully making more videos. I probably will be making my videos while I am mobile, while I'm at work inside the tractor, simply for the fact that when I get off work I'm really busy, so I really don't have enough time to do anything since I work third shift. So anyway, hope you enjoy the video, and I will, before I end the video here, I'll show you my DMR setup here inside the tractor, along with my 11 meter transceiver that I have. I hardly ever get on it, so it's not the best setup, but I was able to use an old GPS suction cup for a windshield, and I was able to modify it to hold my handheld, and so I'll take the cell phone down, and then I'll switch it over to the windshield so I can give you a little glimpse of my mobile setup. Here, 1 second. That's my DMR setup here in the tractor. I am going to end the video, and thanks for watching, and I hope to put more videos again on YouTube in amateur radio. Probably my videos will be more strictly on the DStar and DMR side of amateur radio, and then I may be posting some videos, maybe just in general, of some of my work days and, you know, some deliveries that I've made. So anyway, thanks for watching. I am currently in Waterloo, Iowa right now, still on US 218 South. This is Kilowatt 9, Quebec Charlie Alpha, K9QCA, mobile, 18-wheeler. Active DStar, active DMR, amateur. Thank you, 73s, and God bless.